Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you guys had a great weekend. We will be doing a little breakdown on what to expect for the markets on the DXY, gold, and NASDAQ for this upcoming week. We had presidential elections last week, so the markets were a little bit choppy, I'd say, with the uncertainty of who would be the next president. That being said, guys, let's jump straight into it. With the DXY, looking at the monthly time frame, we do see that we are in this monthly range, right? And what makes it a valid range for me? Well, very simple. We see that DXY is failing to break previous highs, right? We've broken out of those previous highs. We came back trading into this range. We were failing to break previous lows as well, and then we just trade back into this range over here, right? We sort of just trading in this level right here in between 105 and 100. So will we see the DXY continue to break this range, this resistance level that we have off the monthly range? And for those that don't know, if you haven't understood my strategy or haven't had a mentorship with me, guys, the way I like to analyze the charts is when I'm looking at support and resistance off the higher time frames, I like to go more based off supply and demand, and on the shorter time frames, I like to use support and resistance. So I am seeing here a nice bullish candle. It does seem pretty strong. We did close above previous high, right? But we still closed underneath that level of supply. Now, will we respect this level of supply and trade back down to this like 102.50 area, 100 area? We'll have to see. I don't want to anticipate any moves or any breakouts or any rejections. Tomorrow is U.S. holiday. It's Monday, Veterans Day, so there probably won't be much volume in the U.S. markets. It won't be trading as well, just because whenever the U.S. market is closed, especially since I trade New York session, I don't like to take any positions in other markets. Also, I am a gold trader, and I do feel that to trade gold, the best markets to trade are on New York session or Asian session. But I probably won't be trading Asian session tonight either, guys. So let's go back to the weekly. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we see that we are respecting those levels of supply and demand as well. So it does seem like a valid level for us. Very valid level for the supply and demand levels. And we also see that we had this like weekly range right around here, right, where we saw volume start to lower, and we could anticipate. We are seeing a bullish run for this past couple weeks as well, so we could expect the DXY to possibly retrace, considering that we failed to break previous highs. And if we look here, right, we just have this trend line that we're respecting as well off the weekly time frame. So it does seem like a confluence level where we could confluence with our level of supply as well, and to possibly trade to the downside. So that is, I am expecting the DXY to sell off this week. We do have a couple important news factors to determine, to take into consideration, right? We do have bank holiday tomorrow. Tuesday, we don't have much high impact news. Wednesday, we do have CPI data. Thursday, we have PPI data, and we also have Fed Chairman Powell speaking. And then Friday, we do have core retail sales as well. We do have unemployment claims being reported as well on Thursday. So we could see, depending on if unemployment claims go up or down, and the PPI data along with the CPI data, we could see sell off, or we could continue to see a bullish run on the DXY. Now, going down to the daily time frame, guys, we do have this we do have this daily level of consolidation right around here in between 105 and 104. So will we respect those levels? We do have this level right there, this level of support that we're currently trading on top of, right? So I want to see the DXY either continue to consolidate to make it a clearer level, a clearer range of the daily level, and determining on whether we break out of this level from the top or the bottom, we could possibly see signs or opportunities on our inverse pairs like gold, right? Now, let's go take a look at XAUUSD, guys. XAUUSD, we do have, let's go to the monthly time frame, and let me remove these drawings for you. A couple things to consider. We are trading at record highs at the moment. 2684, record highs being 20, almost 2800 if we're rounding off, right, to the higher number. um it's so risky to sell gold at this level, just for the simple fact that like we're selling um when we're going against the trend, right? You don't really want to trade against the trend unless you have confluences. But then again, we are at a good level to sell, considering that we're selling at the top, because you don't really want to sell at the bottom, of course. But we are on this bullish run at the moment. Will we continue to rally? Well, we don't know, right? With every rally comes a retracement, so we could possibly trade the retracement to our next level of support, and then to continue this bullish run, or we could see massive sell-off and retrace this whole move to our next levels, right? I don't expect us to be retracing in this next week to 2000 levels, but on the monthly level time frame, we could expect gold to eventually retrace back to 2000 sometime before 2024 ends. We do have about 2 months left, less than 2 months before the new year, so we could expect some retracement. We are creating new levels of supply at the moment. We do have a defined level of demand here at 2000. 2500 to me seems like a valid level of demand as well. Our next level demand after this one, of course. But just because I like to trade the quarter point theory, right? 2000, 2250, 2500, 2750. And we ironically, well, coincidentally, it does seem to prove my quarter point theory correct, because when we saw that 2750 level get hit, we sort of rejected, and we're trading at this level at the moment. If we go down to 2500, we also see a lot of reactions at this level as well, where we're seeing rejections and uncertainty. And then we saw a breakout with the continuation of a bullish run. And then if we go down to the 2000 level, we see multiple reactions at this level as well, being rejections, 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 with breakouts after all. So I want to see gold, just because I want to see gold set off, right? Because I also want to be able to capitalize off some swing positions and capitalize off huge amount of returns. But I want to see gold first hit certain levels, and I don't want to anticipate the sells. That being said, I'm not going to sell here anticipating a retracement, right? We are looking at the monthly time frame, so these moves could take weeks, sometimes even months. So if we go down to the weekly time frame, considering that we're looking for something this upcoming week, we do have bullish run as well. I want to see gold sort of break out of this trend line before I start to look for some possible sells. And I do want to see gold also respect levels of support and resistance of the shorter time frames that we'll look for once we start to scale down. Let's go down to the to the daily time frame. Again, correlating with the weekly trend line that we've got here, we can make it a little bit more precise, and we can add a level of support and resistance right around this level. Let's adjust it. I think this seems to be more valid. Will we create another range above this level? That's what I want to see. I want to see gold also I want to see a reaction at this level, coinciding it with my trend line. So that's where we can see the best, or have the most confluences for our buys or sells, right? We do have a level of resistance right around here at 2,715, and our level of support being at 2,675. And then our next level of resistance would be this 2,750 level. We do see a nice amount of pips to capitalize off of if we start to trade these ranges. You know, we could capitalize off 350 pips off the next range if we trade into that range, or we could also capitalize off of well, the sells here look juicier, right? Because if we can trade into this range and break out, we could possibly capitalize off of 400 pips. Now, next level of support would be this 2,625 level. So these are my daily levels of support and resistance set for this upcoming week. What to expect for on gold? Well, tomorrow is bank holiday, so we possibly won't see much volume. Tuesday, there's not a much of important news to make gold really rally to the upside or sell off. So we could possibly see continuation of a daily range where it's just failing to break highs and failing to break lows, and just trade in between this area right around here. Um, but this level right here, Wednesdays, where we'll see the most volume and where we could see where we could take gold into the previous range or into the next range, right? So we'll just have to wait for that. We'll have to wait for the markets to open and see what type of moves we're expecting. I am expecting gold to just consolidate and stay in this consolidated level. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq real quick, guys. I know U.S. equities in general are high at the moment. Nasdaq market, we did break record highs again this past week. We are currently trading at 21,138. So it might be best for us to wait for some type of consolidation, right? Retracement. We're gonna have to scale down to the daily time frame, just because off the weekly time frames we are just seeing a long bullish engulfing candle, a strong bullish candle. Well, we did break out of previous weekly range. So I want to see, we did close on top of this level of supply as well. And what I would like to see off of NASDAQ is pretty much continue to trade on top of this range. Every time that we've broken record highs this past year, we've just kept rallying, right? So it would be silly to take sells. It would be very aggressive. And I don't think I have much confluences to be able to have a clear opportunity on the sell side. Obviously, we'll have to wait for news and we'll have to wait for New York session opens to be able to see what type of opportunities can present themselves to us. But if we go down to the daily time frame, we're seeing that on Friday we close with low volume, of course, nothing unusual. Typically Mondays and Fridays are low volume days for the markets. But if we can continue to trade on top of this range, right? Maybe come back to this level of demand and respect this 20,600 level and get closures on top and trade above it, we could possibly continue to buy and trade to this next level of resistance, unless we get to see closures underneath these levels of support, right? We have our level of support right around here at 20,500 area. So anything above that, we're just creating new levels of resistance at this point, right? We're creating new levels of supply. So we will have to be patient and wait, guys. Where do you guys see gold, DXY, and NASDAQ? I would like for you to guys tell me, DM me if you guys have any questions. Tell me what you guys think. Send me your analysis. Let's take a look at it. And yeah, guys, that being said, hope you guys have a great week. Remember, stay patient, stay calm, stick to your trading plan, and let's have a profitable week. Peace.